Namaskar, Jai Shri Krishna. Elucidating text 10 and text 11 of chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Text 10. मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः सूयते सचराचरं हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद विपरिवर्तते. This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. It is clearly stated here that the Supreme Lord, although aloof from all the activities of the material world, remains the Supreme Director. The Supreme Lord is the Supreme Will and the background of this material manifestation, but the management is being conducted by material nature. Krishna also states in Bhagavad Gita that of all the living entities in different forms and species, I am the father. The father gives seeds to the womb of the mother for the child, and similarly the Supreme Lord by his mere glance injects all the living entities into the womb of material nature, and they come out in their different forms and species according to their last desires and activities. All these living entities, although born under the glance of the Supreme Lord, take their different bodies according to their past deeds and desires. So the Lord is not directly attached to this material creation. He simply glances over material nature. Material nature is thus activated and everything is created immediately. Because he glances over material nature, there is undoubtedly activity on the part of the Supreme Lord, but he has nothing to do with the manifestation of the material world directly. This example is given in the Smriti. When there is a fragrant flower before someone, the fragrance is touched by the smelling power of the person, yet the smelling and the flower are detached from one another. There is a similar connection between the material world and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Actually, he has nothing to do with this material world, but he creates by his glance and ordains. In summary, material nature without the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot do anything. Yet the Supreme Personality is detached from all material activities. Text 11. Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavam jananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. The personality of Godhead, who conducts the creation, maintenance and annihilation of the complete cosmic manifestation, cannot be a human being. Yet there are many foolish men who consider Krishna to be merely a powerful man and nothing more. Actually, he is the original Supreme Personality as is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita. Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna. He is the Supreme Lord. Sachidananda Rupaya Krishnaya. I offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is the eternal blissful form of knowledge. Gopala Tapani Upanishad 1.1. There are other descriptions in the Vedic language also. Tama Ekkam Govindam. You are Govinda, the pleasure of the senses and the cows. Sachidananda Vigraham. And your form is transcendental, full of knowledge, bliss and eternality. Gopala Tapani Upanishad 1.35. For only foolish persons, Mudha, consider Krishna to be an ordinary human being. The foolish consider Krishna an ordinary human being because they do not know the confidential activities of the Supreme Lord and his different energies. They do not know that Krishna's body is a symbol of complete knowledge and bliss, that he is the proprietor of everything that be, and that he can award liberation to anyone. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, when the sages headed by Shaunak inquired about the activities of Krishna, said that Kruttavan Kila Karmani Saha Ramena Keshavah Ati Martayani Bhagvana Gudha Kapata Manushaha. Lord Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, along with Balram, played like a human being, and so must he performed many superhuman acts. Bhagavatam 1.1.20. As stated in the Bhagavatam 10.3.46, Babahuva prakrutah shishuha. He became just like an ordinary child, an ordinary human being. Now here again it is indicated that the Lord's appearance as an ordinary human being is one of the features of his transcendental body. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita also, it is stated that Arjun prayed to see Krishna's form of four hands, Tena Iva Rupena Chaturbhujena. After revealing this form, Krishna, when petitioned by Arjun, again assumed his original human-like form, Manushyam Rupam. Aham Sarveshu Bhuteshu Bhutatma Vasthitah Sada. The Supreme is present in every living entity. There are also many impersonalists who deride temple worship. They say that since God is everywhere, why should one restrict himself to temple worship? But if God is everywhere, is he not in the temple or in the deity? Although the personalist and the impersonalist will fight with one another perpetually, a perfect devotee in Krishna's consciousness knows that since Krishna is the Supreme Personality, he is all pervading as confirmed in the Brahma Samhita. Although his personal abode is Goloka Vrindavan and he is always staying there, by his different manifestations of energy and by his plenary expansion, he is present everywhere in all parts of the material and spiritual creation. Thank you.